Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the Bills. We covered a lot of like their offseason moves. So the Bills have two firsts, a second, a third, a fourth, or two fourths, excuse me, five, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. And then looking forward, he's got two firsts, three seconds, three thirds, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So he's got a lot of picks coming up. Probably gonna end up being late picks. um, so Aaron Rodgers, he signed for 1 year, I hope. Yeah, 1 year, 28 million. Not what I would have done. I mean, I didn't think De'Aaron King was terrible last season, but I get it. You get a lot better at quarterback. Um, so he'll have to take somebody probably either next year or the year after, and just hope that there are actually guys to draft. Devin Singletary is fine. Zach Moss is a decent backup. Kenneth Gainwell. These guys are all slow. That's the one thing that holds them back from being great. Um, I mean, just looking, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he had a 67-yard rush this season, but he regressed a lot. His yards per carry were down. His broken tackles were down. Equal fumbles, one less touchdown, 20 yards less a game. Maybe Rodgers coming in makes this a better rushing team. Wide receivers, a mess. He's got to go get someone. He's got nobody who can win one-on-one matchups here. He's got Pitts, so he needs another tight end for depth, but he's fine otherwise here. Offensive line, Deion Dawkins is fine. Nothing special, but he's good enough. Quinn Spann is getting old, so he'll have to look to replace him in the next couple seasons. Mitch Morris is good, but again, getting old. He has nobody on the right. He's got Cody Ford, but then no right guard that should be starting for any team here. It's. I mean, he could go ahead and take somebody like C.J. Rogan or C.J. Rogan or the other guard, Hunter Maddox, but it's a reach. Either draft pick he takes Maddox with would be a reach. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, he's done a lot to address what's going on the defensive side of the ball. Like, it's outside of corner, it's a much improved position. Ed Oliver is great. AJ Epinesa is still young and okay. Nobody on the right side. He could move either Oliver or Epinesa to right end. He needs a D tackle. That's another spot where either one of those guys could slot in there. If you like Victor Dumukaju, I don't know how to say that. Apologies to that man in real life. Yeah, Bobby Brown's not going to get it done. So he's got Hightower, Milano, and Chandler Jones. I guess, if you're going to run a 3-4, these guys are good. And I assume that's got to be what he's doing, because then he could put. Yeah, if he's not running a 3-4 and he's running a 4-3, then Chandler has to go to DN Pod. And then he's got Tremaine Edmonds, really good. And Jaleel, like, he's got 1, 2, 5 linebackers, 6 linebackers who could start for him realistically. That's like, he's got a surplus of linebackers. He's got but like, nobody's gonna trade for a guy like Milano, and you just re-signed Tremaine, and I wouldn't think you would want to move on from a 23-85 superstar. So I just don't understand these moves, like these two signings. Like, it feels like just throwing money at a problem that wasn't there. Um, Taron Johnson, Levi Wallace, and TJ Carter, whatever. Like, Wallace or Johnson and Wallace are okay, but they're getting older. Yeah, I mean, like, apparently he's trying to recreate the Detroit Lions of the early 2000s, but linebackers instead of receivers. I mean, but like Johnson didn't have a single pick last year, and I think that a lot of that comes from not playing the 5-2. A lot of that comes from not playing with Tre'Davious White. You know, I think that really hurt this pass defense. It's an ugly situation at the corner spot. Free safety Jaquan Johnson, you know, is nobody. And then Jordan Poyer is old, so I just don't know what Sean's doing here. And I know Sean's not around to watch, so I'm just gonna move on to the Browns. Like, he has a lot of spots that he needs to make moves at.